Here's Crrool with the next run, Pokemon Shield. Over to you, Crrool, and thanks for stepping in at short notice.
Well, hello everyone. You guys may have seen me this morning. I'm back for another run. We're gonna do some memes today with Pokemon Shield. I'm gonna just start the run and then we'll talk more about it. So starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, welcome everybody to Pokemon Shield. We are going to be running Flex on 4 Mums, which is one of the dumbest meme categories this game has to offer. But it's also a really fun little meme category. So, a little while ago, or about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, they were asking for runners to fill in for something. I was like, okay, you know what? Sure, why not? Earlier today during the Pokepark run, somebody was talking about Pokemon Sword and Shield. So here we have Pokemon Sword and Shield with the dumbest meme category we have. So this is Flex on 4 Mums. And before I explain what we do, I don't really know if this is feasible, and I'm going to look at the host if you can manually keep track, but I don't actually care which starter I pick. So how about we do a small 5-minute incentive to see if we can get some money for one of the starters. If that's okay with you.
Yeah, I can keep track, that's not a problem.
So, chat, that's up to you, because I was prepping for this a couple minutes ago, and then realized I don't actually care which starter we pick. We can pick any of the 3. We can pick Scorbunny, Sobble, or Grookey. All 3 work, so, why not go for that option? So, see if you guys can help out with that decision in some way. Anyway, so this is Flex on 4 Mums. We were going to do Flex on Mum, but that changed to the 4 Mums. The idea of this run is fairly simple. We are going to get our starter, as we do. After we've gotten our starter, we get some money from Mum, and we are going to spend all of that money on a t-shirt, specifically the Arcanine T. This t-shirt is ridiculously overpriced, but we're going to buy that. We're going to wear that. And then once we have the t-shirt, we are going to flex on Mum, on Hop's mom, on Hop's grandmother, and on Professor Magnolia, which I think is Sonia's mom or something. Or maybe not. I don't really know. She's somebody's mom. It'll probably work out. And that's the entire run. That is literally all we're going to be doing. But yeah, we get introduced to the world of Pokemon, as we do. We are going to meet our rival, Hop. We do get to fight him in this run. Only once, but we do get to... Is that true? Yeah, only once, but we do get to fight him. Now, we are actually coming up on the hardest part of the run, which is, setting our menus. Setting our options. That is genuinely, not even kidding, the hardest part of the run. Yeah, Hop runs in with his Wooloo, and, this is the big day, because this is the day that we're going to get our starter Pokemon. And, yeah, like I said, you guys can help us pick which one that is through throwing in some money. Because, great charity and all that, so definitely worth. Okay, there we go. That should be enough. We're going to go to our own room, and we're going to grab our dad's old bag. So one little thing to note right away is the way that we mash is actually kind of relevant. What I am currently doing is I'm holding the L2 button with my, pinky finger, and then I'm mashing A and B and all that with, all of my other hand, all of the remainder of my hand. By holding one of the buttons, the text goes ever so slightly faster, I believe. So, small little time save. I don't actually know if that's true, but I've heard somewhere that that's a thing, so. Anyway, we step outside and we see this Wooloo jumping up against the fence. That is totally not going to be relevant for later. Except, it's Pokemon, so of course it will be relevant. And off we go. So, the first 12, 13 minutes of this run are actually identical between this category and any percent and basically every other category that Pokemon Sword and Shield have to offer. Normally speaking, you know, you do the opening, you get your starter, you check if your stats are good enough, and if they are, then you just kind of start running from there and do the rest of the game. You know, beat your 8 gyms. That is really not our goal here. We just want a cool t-shirt and flex on people with it. So, now that we've talked to Hop and Hop's mom, we're going to see Hop's mom again later. We're going to go to the station because that is where Hop's brother is going to be arriving, Leon. And Leon is arriving there with the... like Hop's brother, Leon, he's the champion of the region. And he's also going to be the one to give us our starter Pokemon. And he's going to show us how to flex. So, as we get here, we will see Leon pose his signature pose, and that is the pose that we're going to be using when we are flexing on Mom and Grandma and all that sort of stuff. So, we get a small demonstration as Leon gets over here and flexes on everybody in the crowd.
Just jump in for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
We've had a $5 donation come in. The donor hasn't put their name, but they say, 5 on Sobble. Let's see what this category is all about. Go for it, Crrool.
Okay, that puts Sobble in the lead. We have a little bit more time. If another one does come in, just interrupt me as it happens, because we are coming up on the picking the starter. It's like a minute or so away. But as it stands, I will pick Sobble. So yeah, Leon, we get a bit of an introduction, and they, you know, Hop mentions that Leon is somebody that that always gets lost. And now we get back here.
£5 is actually from Atreus, so thank you very much for your donation.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to close that off because the starter is right here. So, Sobble it is, right?
Yep, just refreshing one more time, make sure nobody sniped it. Yep, it's Sobble.
Okay, picking Sobble. I waited for just a second just to be sure because I want to make sure that we do this right. But yeah, we pick Sobble. Like I said, it doesn't actually matter which one we pick. The world record picks Grookey, but there are so few battles in this run that it actually doesn't really make a difference. So yeah, Flex on 4 Mums is probably one of the least run categories, even in the Flex on categories, with only 3 runners. So we're gonna be the 4th runner today. But yeah, after we get our starter, we have a bit of a barbecue, and after that, we are going to be doing our first battle with our rival, and one of like 3 battles in this entire game. So, yeah, Hop here as our rival. He picked the starter that is weak to ours, which gives us a little bit of an advantage early on. But here we go. First rival battle of the game. He also has 2 Pokemon. That's actually different. The starter already has his Wooloo. The convenient part about that, though, is we are going to beat this Wooloo. And as soon as we've beaten it, we will level and we will get Water Gun, which is actually going to make the Score Bunny fight a little bit easier on us. So, yeah. Wooloo and me, we're just going to trade hits a little bit. I'm going to have a quick peek at my stats, although it doesn't really matter too much for this category. See if this is even a worthwhile Sobble. It's actually not bad. I could probably run this if this has been a sword any % run, which is saying a whole lot actually. But yeah, the idea is fairly simple. We're just going to use Water Gun here. Now, Hop is going to make a remark that we already know type advantages. Obviously, we do. I mean, I've played competitive Pokemon. I know my type advantages. And there we go. That is one of, like, 3 battles in the game done. In the just general Flex on Mum category, I believe this is the only battle that you have to do. Like, only trainer battle. There's 3 more other fights that we will be doing against random Pokemon. But in Flex on Mum, this is the only trainer battle we need to do. In this category, that's actually a little bit different because we do have to progress through the game a little bit further, specifically get to some Professor Magnolia. That's actually the furthest into the game that we are going to get into the Flex on Mum categories. And kind of, like, funny enough, like, in general, there just isn't a whole lot to this. But in Flex on Mum, you just play through, like, the opening cutscenes, basically. Whereas in Flex on 4 Mum, we kind of have to go a little bit better.
I see Flex on Mum being basically how my daughter would play through Pokemon. Just go and buy the most expensive things she could find.
Yeah, basically. I mean, that is the fun part of this, right? Like, you'll see, the t-shirt we're going to buy, it's a very cool t-shirt. It's definitely something you could flex with.
And that's why I don't give my daughter money.
Okay, so as we go through the grass here, there are 3 random encounters that we're going to be getting. We will always get 3 random encounters here. Those are static. And then after that, we are going to quickly have a cutscene with the box art legendary. Okay, so we run from this one.
We've got to catch them all.
The catch-em-all categories are very cool. Unfortunately, we don't quite have the time for that. That'd be a cool run to do, though. I'd be down for that, but I think Polister is gonna hate me if I decide to switch this into a catch-em-all, or he's just gonna randomly cut my stream. But you know.
Yeah, I think we'd be still here tomorrow if we did that.
Yeah, I think the catch-em-all is like 18 hours, so I think Polister would not like that. I also think my boyfriend wouldn't like it very much if I stayed up all night playing Pokemon. I think he'd be very angry with me. In any case, we keep running into the fog here. The reason we're here, by the way, is because the Wooloo got lost in the forest. And this is where we're going to get a battle with the box art legendary. And the idea of the fight is we are going to attempt a few attacks, and we're going to fail every single one of them. We're just not going to succeed at all.
Is this the earliest that we see a legendary in a Pokemon game?
I think it might be. I'm trying to think if it is. I mean, I guess in Sun and Moon you see Tapu Koko before you even get the starter. Although time-wise, this is still earlier. Because I think that's about 15 minutes in. 14 minutes in, 16, something like that. Whereas this, like, I don't think we've hit that quite yet.
No, we're at 12 minutes 45, so...
Yeah, that sounds about right. So yeah, time-wise, probably. So I can't think of any other Pokemon games where you'd see it even earlier. But anyway, you know, after the fog has cleared, we wake up in the forest again. All of the fog is gone. The Wooloo is there. Leon is going to be there, and we're now going to once we get out of the forest, we are going to go talk to Mum, and Mum is going to give us a bunch of spending money, and that was her first mistake. We are going to make sure that we make good use of that. But before we do, in the meantime, host, if you want to talk about some other things, now would be probably your best time in the entire run.
Not a problem. Coming up, we've got Metal Gear Solid 4 with Sparty, followed by Yoku Island Express by JK X-Wing. Both look like they're going to be excellent runs. But incentive-wise, the big thing coming up is the difficulty choice for Return to Castle Chordard. And you can pick between easy, medium, with better dialogue, or hard mode. So if you want to see any of them, get your donations in.
Okay, so we have now gotten our spending money. Like I said, this was Mum's first big mistake. And we're going to go down, and we're going to go buy that t-shirt. On the way, though, I'm going to... I'll probably do that on the way back, actually. That would be slightly better, because then I can still submit this as a... or I could probably still submit this as a Flex on Mum time as well. But in order to skip the catching tutorial, I can catch a single Pokemon here. Preferably a Wooloo, because they give a lot of experience. And then, you know, with that, we're kind of in a good position to skip for the like 2 remaining trainer fights. But first and foremost, let's buy that t-shirt, shall we? So, Arcanine Art for 30,000. We would like to put it on at once, and we are done shopping. So that's the t-shirt. Very cool t-shirt. I can actually also flex on Charizard while we're at it. You know, make this full meme.
Gotta get those memes in.
So we're gonna go here. This is Leon's Charizard. And flex. Okay, that's the category. That's one category done. Flex on Charizard is actually a category as well, which is slightly shorter than Flex on Mum, but I don't even know how many people have run it. But we might as well go with it for the memes.
Pokemon with all the meme runs.
So yeah, we head back here, and now it's time for us to actually flex on Mum. Could you check the time for my flex on Mum for me? I'm actually kind of curious if it's a flex on Mum, PB.
Yeah, I'll have to wait for the stream to catch up because I'm watching it on Twitch. So when I know, I'll let you know.
Oh, come on. I accidentally pressed A and talked to Mum, and that broke my flex. Okay, that was the slowest flex ever, but that's time on flex on Mum. So that's 1 done. Now we have 3 more Mums to flex on.
1638.
How much?
1638.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's a flex on Mum, PB. So,
Nice.
this is the second Mum that we're going to flex on. I think that counts. I hope that counts. Whatever. There is the Grandma. This is our rival's Grandma. We flex on her. Okay, that's 3 done. 1 more to go. Yeah, 1638, I'm pretty sure is a flex on Mum PB for me, because I think I had a 17 something. Let me check that when we're catching the random encounter here. So yeah, like I said, we do need to catch something here, preferably a Wooloo. If I don't see one, I can catch something else. We'll just catch this one. 1638. Actually, that moves me up like 5 spots on the leaderboard. Nice. I had a 1708, so that's definitely a PB.
GG, man. GG.
I'm also luckily seeing one of the mods confirm that that counts as flexing on Hop's Mum. Anyway, with that, we are going to get ourselves our Pokedex. So Leon is here at the laboratory. And we're going to get ourselves our Pokedex. And that's going to allow us to continue. Now, because I now actually have another Pokemon, I can use that to kind of just move on. We can go talk to the remaining, or we can go fight the 2 remaining trainers and then flex on Professor Magnolia. So yeah, we meet the professor, or one of the, well, she's not really the professor yet, but kind of like the professor's assistant at this point. We're gonna go just talk to her, and she's gonna give us the decks. And I remember back when this game had just released, I had a few runs where the game crashed in this cutscene, and it was very sad.
Sure, it's not a cyberpunk run then with all the crashing.
Yeah, you'd almost think so, but nah, we're luckily it was only at the very start of it, like 2 or 3 runs in, it wasn't an issue anymore, and it's never crashed since. So yeah, we get a potion. That potion could be helpful, but it's probably like if we need to use it, it means the run is bad. So now I actually need to pay attention for a little bit. Hop is going to take us into the center here, and if we say no, the text will be slightly faster.
Shout out to your boyfriend, by the way. Showing proper love.
Okay, so we say, of course not here, and that makes Hop go away faster because, you know, he's just going to explain what the Pokemon Center is. And we're not here about Pokemon Centers or gym challenges. We don't care about that. We just want to flex that cool shirt of ours. Not that hard.
There's more to this game than just flexing on mums.
Yeah, apparently so, but we don't care about any of that. So we get to Route 2. This is where normally the catching tutorial is, but because we've already caught a Pokemon, it's just going to skip that. And that makes this a little bit faster. Leon's going to give us 20 Pokeballs that we are never actually going to use. And then we can just kind of progress. At the end of this route is where Professor Magnolia's laboratory is, and where we can flex on her. So we are almost there, but we do need to beat a few trainers before that. Time will be as we flex on Professor Magnolia. But like I said, there's 2 more trainers we need to beat first. There's this youngster, and then there's one towards the end. So yeah, youngster Jake, fairly easy fight. Really, none of the fights here are difficult. That's why I said, like, the starter doesn't matter, which is why we did a bit of an impromptu donation incentive for that. Might as well, right? I should probably be using Water Gun instead, though.
We get the category changed to 2 players, 1 controller as well.
It did not. He has not yet touched the controller. He could, and he's making a face of like, I could. But no, we're still good for now. Oh, yeah,
if there's nobody else in the category, then it's world record.
So yeah, normally I'd actually be depositing the Squavit, but because we do so few battles here, it's not gonna really matter. We'll leave Squavit in there. At most, he might gain 1 level, but I think depositing actually takes more time in this situation. Go through here, dodge the trainer, and then up here we have the last trainer of the game that we need to fight. There is a small cutscene that we still need to sit through before I can actually flex on Professor Magnolia. But okay, I clicked bind. This is a mistake that I've made way more times than I care to admit, where I've clicked bind instead of water gun, and that actually loses me a little bit of time. Because the thing is, this youngster has a second Pokemon that he's going to be sending out. And I still need to beat that, but because he used Struggle Bug twice, our special attack is down by quite a bit, which is kind of annoying for this one. Also, I may have to heal.
You're getting all the love in chat, by the way. Everyone's loving your relationship.
Yeah, I've got chat up. I can see it. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cute to see. You know, very wholesome little Saturday evening run, I suppose. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of. So this now takes 2 extra turns, basically, because of a combination of bad RNG and the mistake that I made.
Well, while you've got a second, I'm just going to plug another incentive we've got coming up, and that is the Mirror's Edge run. You can choose between either inbound % or full 100%. So if you want to see more Mirror's Edge, donate for it and make it a thing.
Okay, so time is coming up in like 30 seconds, I think. So I don't know exactly how long this cutscene is, but after this cutscene, we get to flex on Magnolia, and that's when time is, so get ready on that. And then we'll have flexed on 4 Mums and Charizard. So I can submit this run for 3 different categories. Because, you know, memes.
Value for money on a run.
Okay, yeah, this cutscene's... So basically, like, we get challenged to a battle, or we need to prove that we're worthy to enter the gym challenge, but like I said, I don't care about that. I just want to flex. So here's Magnolia. And... time. And that's flex on 4 Mums. Hope you guys had fun. That is it for me. As I said this morning as well, if you like Pokemon speedruns, be sure to also head over to my channel for... We don't usually do these kind of memes, but we do a lot of meme categories.
Yep.
And
that was a 25-34.
Hold on. That is... Yeah, okay, yeah, I didn't expect... I kind of expected we would be last place. That's okay, though. But... I did move up like 4 spots or 5 spots on Flex on Mum, like regular Flex on Mum, so I'm good. So yeah, hope you guys had fun. Enjoy the rest of UKSG, and thank you for allowing me to do this dumb little filler.
Thank you, Crrool, for stepping in at the last moment and helping us out. Going to be heading to an intermission now, so we'll be back in a minute with Sparty and Metal Gear Solid 4.